More World Cup chat, ladies and gentlemen, as if you can't get enough of it. Andy Brassell still here, absolute pleasure. Andy, you have been inside a camp, the Portuguese team, of course, for a major tournament. You'll be there again this time around in Brazil, as we've talked about. I suppose we want to get to know what it's like to be inside one of the bigger teams for a tournament, because outside there's a lot of media razzmatazz. We see all the glitz and the glamour and all the various adverts on TV and one thing and another. But what's it like in the camp? Is it actually a bit of a calm inside the storm?
Yeah, I think so most of the time, because of course they're getting used to really working with each other. But of course they're pleased to see each other. These are a lot of players who go abroad, spend the whole
doubt
team.
they're pleased to see you as well.
Of course, but they spend the whole season maybe not speaking their native language, and then they're back like sort of mucking about with their mates, maybe meeting up with people they came through academies with. In the case of, say, Nani and Miguel Veloso, I remember seeing them give a press conference where they were just mucking about and trying to make each other laugh and imitating each other the whole way through. And I think they kind of buzz off that. So to find that balance between that and then just getting this focused mentality of this is closed, this is all us, just making this thing happen, which is such a rare opportunity. I think it's quite interesting.
So it's quite a happy place then. I mean, you compare that to what the reports were about Fabio Capello's England's camp in 2010. It was a 5-star prison. I think that people have described it as quite a different place in the Portuguese camp.
Yeah, well, I think that's an important thing to focus on, to sort of steer people away from boredom. I think you have to focus on the team bonding side of it, because if players just feel that they're sitting around all the time, they can't really go out anywhere. But on the other hand, I think if you look at Russia at Euro 2012, they were the one squad who took a hotel right in the centre of Warsaw. And they ended up having rows with the fans and stuff after games, which is not
pretty
ideal.
ridiculous. But it's funny you say about the boredom of players, because when good old Sven-Goran Eriksson, a personal favourite, I think it was 02 or 06.
Personal favourite of a lot of my Benfica supporting friends as
well.
well.
There you are, you see. He's a magnificent man, no matter how you look at it, I think. Tweet at Ball Street if you've got any views on that. But I think it was the 02 World Cup. It probably would have been, because that was his first World Cup with England. And he saw that the FA had set up this kind of games room, I think, with PlayStations and all this kind of business. And Sven was quite surprised, and he said, can't they just read a book? So it is sometimes, the managers of the teams or whoever it may be, they don't get that the fact is the players, they are human beings, they are away from their families, their friends, their homes for X amount of weeks. And it would be a bit rubbish if it's boring, let's be honest.
I think it's really important, and it's especially important in today's game. I mean, that's the thing that people don't realise about professional football sometimes. There's a lot of sitting around, waiting for things to happen. And I think especially at a World Cup, when you're cut off from all of the outside world, because teams don't really tend to mix with the public. They tend to be whisked away to their own little...
Well, you said it was the Russia team were in Warsaw, weren't they?
Yeah, they stayed in a hotel
which was a disaster.
Right in the centre, and it was terrible. Arshavin ended up rowing with the fans and never getting picked again, which is not really ideal from your captain.
Sure.
And I think as well you get players who realise that unless there's a catalogue of disasters, they'll realise about 2 weeks in that they're not going to play. They're not going to play at all, and that's really difficult, and that creates a sort of tension and sort of sadness as well. I'd recommend anyone to watch the film that Vikash Dorosov did, Substitute,
for the French.
About the 2006 World Cup. And he says right at the beginning, because he played the most minutes in qualifying of anyone, he said, about Raman Domenech, it's like if you're trained to climb a mountain, and on the day it comes to take the first step, your dad turns around to you and says, actually, no, you're going to wait back here and hold the drinks.
Yeah.
And, I think that's, something... It was incredible looking into his psychology in that film, and just seeing him get more and more maudlin, and just feeling more sort of detached from it as the tournament went on. And as we know, as we can see in club football as well, to make everyone feel part of the squad, to make them feel important even when they're not playing, that's so important, and that's the sort of thing that lifts the whole mood of the camp and sort of gets you over the line in these tight situations.
Let's hope Hodgson can find a fine balance for England.
Or a good games room.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Or gambling like the Telly 90 side.
Bring back Michael
Gazza doing the books, with the horse racing videos. Yeah, that's maybe the key. Well, great stuff, Andy. Do let us know in the comments below and on Twitter @BallStreet what you think of player boredom at the World Cup.